Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, where we carry the largest selection of wood flowers in the United States, back with another of the Bridal Series of 2023. I think this might be the last one. I'm not gonna say it, I'm not gonna full on go, this is the last one, but I think this is the last one. Unless you guys come up with a couple more projects that you would love to see, drop them down in the comments. Let's recap real quick. What is this series all about? Well, this series is I took and I blind picked a color story out of one of these lovely color cube boxes. If you just Google color cube, you will find them. They're from Australia. I have both sets. They're amazing. I was in a rut and I needed to get kind of pushed out of my creative funk that I was in. So I blind picked and we used that as our color story for this entire series. And it has been a whirlwind and it has been so dang fun. And from what I can tell from the comments, you guys are enjoying this series as much as I am making them. So I'm so glad about that. So we have so far made a bridal bouquet, a bridesmaid bouquet, a corsage, as far as, actually, I take that back. A boutonniere that is a little non-traditional in that it's a pocket square boutonniere. A ton of fun. If you want to see a more traditional boutonniere, we have a million of those tutorials here on the channel, so just take a look for one of those. We also did a swag, a centerpiece, a wrist corsage, and today, potentially the final, we are going to do a crown of flowers. However, this is definitely dual or multi-purpose. You can use it as a floral crown. You can use it on a little wraparound for usually people bring their dogs at weddings if they're gonna bring their pets. You can use it on a dog around their collar. You can also use this as a piece to go around your waist or on a beautiful little flower girl's waist. It would be so cute. So I think it's the process you can use for different items. So this is a very dual, multi-purpose, not dual, multi-purpose type of piece, but we are gonna do it with a twist. And I'm nervous. So nervous. It might not work. And if it doesn't work, that's fine. We will regroup and redo if it doesn't work. But I wanna test out this idea that I have. So join me for this potentially final journey of the Bridal Series of 2023. Okay, it's crown time. Let's talk about the twist that we're gonna do. Now, we do have, again, another tutorial about a floral crown. It features my adorable youngest daughter. We refer to her as Miss Ivy. Ivy, I made a rainbow crown. I will try to remember to link it in the description. Probably won't happen, but if you want to see that tutorial and you don't see it in the description, just drop a comment going, hey girl, where's the other floral crown tutorial? Because that one will show a more traditional way of doing it and it works flawlessly. And if my idea doesn't work, that's what we're gonna do anyway, but just in case. So the twist is, okay, as I've told throughout this series, I only dyed so many flowers, I only had so much greenery, so we're repurposing some of the older projects into the newer projects. And I did take apart the bundle bouquet. However, I left all of the bundles still in bundles. I just shortened up their stems. So what I'm thinking, and these might be too big of bundles, we might need to shorten them down, but my thought process is we layer the bundles on top of each other. Do you see where we're going? Where we can work harder, we can work smarter, not harder. Jeez Louise. And then, do you see? Now this is gonna be an over the top one, which again is maybe why, maybe not such big bundles. But I wanna see if this is gonna work. So I'm gonna show you how to set up the mechanics for the floral crown, and then we'll get to adding these onto that piece. But I think, I really hope it works. Just because I think it would really bring that wild aspect that we've kind of been doing with all of these other projects. So let's get the mechanics built, shall we? All right, so the materials needed for the mechanics of a floral crown is really simple. We're gonna need some pipe cleaners. I am gonna use 4, and we're going to attach to make these nice and long. Okay, and then we need ribbon of our choice. I'm out of brown ribbon, so this nice earthy green is gonna do just fine. It kind of goes with the color sort of, not really. I didn't have enough purple either, so whatever. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do at the ends, we're just gonna twist this off. We're gonna take 2 fingers at a time. You can do 3 if you want. We're just going to make little loops with our pipe cleaners. Oh, that one, whoops. I gotta tighten that up a little bit. There we go. This works at least for little kiddos to make a full wraparound type crown. This is the size I did for my daughter at the time she was 6. But then I also put it on my head, and while it doesn't wrap the florals all the way around, it covers the full forehead and partial side as well. Doesn't need to be perfect, but what we're gonna do then is we're gonna take our ribbon and we're going to weave it in and out. Whoops, I almost just burned my finger on Vikram and he's all the way across the table. Jeez Louise. I definitely want to make sure I need to leave a little bit of a wrap at the end. I cut my ribbon and I probably shouldn't have at first. We'll see if that's a mistake, if I have like a real short ribbon at the end. It's also going to depend on your own personal preference, if you want a long tail of ribbon or you want a short one. Okay, and then I'm just gonna wrap that around there. Well, I'm gonna go measure it on my head first to make sure I want it wrapped there, because these aren't even at the ends, not completely. And I think we want them closer to even. So I'm gonna do that first and then we'll get to gluing the flowers on this. Guys, keep your fingers crossed, okay? Until I get back, keep them crossed. Okay, so the moment of truth is about to begin. Here we have it all wound up. I am going to grab the silicone mat. That one has glitter. We probably don't want something that has glitter on it. I don't think I can get away anymore. I gotta wash these. They're all getting all full of stuff. But there is gonna be glue probably dripping down. The other thing I wanna keep mind of when I'm doing this is this fern stuff in particular. I don't think would feel all that great scratching on my head. So I'm gonna try to see where this is gonna be the top and this is gonna be where it's like in my hairline. And these are all on wires, so this is why I'm a little nervous because I'm not sure how the flexibility is gonna go with that. But I am going to just adjust my flowers a little bit so that they're sitting upright. And I'm just gonna give you the vision that we kind of got going here. Do you see what's happening? And we'll probably adjust once it's all fully done. Some of these though feel a little too thick for me. Like this one goes down quite a bit. I could try to adjust a little bit. Maybe that will work a little bit better. Oh, isn't that gonna be pretty though if it works? Guys, fingers crossed. And then the last one, my thought is we'll flip it this way and like what we do for garlands. And then what little holes remain, none the wiser, am I right? And we'll probably have to trim some of this greenery or take it all out. But I'm gonna adjust these a little bit. I kind of like that placement of where I have everything. So let's see what happens, shall we? We're gonna try gluing this and we're gonna see if it actually stays put. Okay, so I had this one. I've gotta remember my placement. I'm putting them off to the side for right now. So so that I remember which went which way. Okay. Fingers crossed. I'm so nervous, you guys. Isn't that crazy? I also think I don't know if this will help or hurt the situation, is to loop it within the mechanics too and then put a little glue on it. We're gonna try that. We're gonna see what happens. And when I say a little bit, I mean not a little. I mean, we're gonna add glue onto that. Do not burn your fingers. I'm kind of grabbing that glue too while we go around. Okay, yeah. Oops. Be gentle with your flowers if you can. Okay, one down. 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. So again, we're putting it on the ribbon, but we're also putting it on the flowers that we're connecting to. So this one in particular is definitely going to be the end piece, but it's going, once this is on, I feel like this one, I feel like I should lay this one down first and then that one on top so that the flower then gets covered. Otherwise this is going to try to sit on top of that and that doesn't make any sense. So let's get that settled. Okay, I'm gonna take this one apart. We're gonna do less of these. I'm gonna do a bundle, but I'm not gonna do as big of a bundle. So I'm gonna take that apart. And then, yeah, and then I've got some of the extra flowers from the other bundle. We're gonna add those in there too, just to fill in that space, I think. Okay. Wah. Guys, sometimes I have brilliant ideas, and sometimes in theory it should work, but it just doesn't all come together the way we want it to. And I'm a little worried that's what's gonna happen this round. But we won't know until we try, right? And while that's maybe still hot, I'm gonna try to add, I'm gonna take that off the wires. I was like, I'm just gonna add it. I think we're gonna have to glue some of these pieces just to fully pull this all together. Because there's definitely like that arch that's happening right there and we don't want that. So we're gonna add a couple pieces of greenery just to build this out a little bit. Okay, so here's one of the flowers without any greenery on it. Oh, now there's greenery on it. The glue took out with it. That's fine. Hey! No, 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 no. Behave yourself. There we go. And then we've got a dolly we're gonna get in there too to cover up some of that space. Okay, then once this is fully dry, because we don't want to glue things onto our head, as soon as this is fully dry, I'll put it on my head and then make a decision of like, what needs to be adjusted, what do we need to add, what do we need to take away, what needs to be cut down possibly, if anything. I kind of want to put that right there. So I'm gonna, and we'll see if that's a mistake. Oh guys, I'm really nervous about this. This might be a little too wild for a floral piece. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It looks so pretty though, so hopefully it's not. Okay, let's let it dry. I'm gonna stop rambling for a minute and we'll come back and we'll try it on. All right, so this is much more editorial and larger than I anticipated. However, it's still stinking cute. There are a few things I would change. I almost feel like I need to give myself a haircut. I love how though this Italian ruscus, one slides over this way and one swoops over that way. It's very cute. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things I would change if I'm going to do this bundle method. First thing is the gauge of my wires. I was using 18 gauge because that's what I used for the bouquets, and it's too firm. I said it. It's too firm. You want to use 20 at the highest. I would even go down to, and it's gauges are funny. So 20 is like the lowest gauge I would do. Even like a 24, so it's super bendy, would be better. So it's not so stiff when you're shaping it around the head. I also would only use like 1 or 2 pieces of greenery and 1 or 2 flowers tops in the bundles. I was using sometimes like those bundles had 4 to 5 pieces of greenery and 3 to 4 flowers sometimes. So lots of I would rather do lots of little bundles and still have it nice and full and lush, but not quite so Mother Earthy. I love this for like a over the top kind of like a tea party or something with all your girlfriends. I am gonna take it off and we're gonna see if it's gonna work as a sash. It might work better too for a dog as far as for a wreath or whatever, or a thing around their collar, but I feel like it would be even then a little too much. Not mad about it. I do think there's some tweaking to be done with this bundle technique. Let's see if I get it. If I cut the ribbons in my hair. No, we're good. Okay, it's heavier. Woo. It's a lot heavier than the other one I made my daughter. Again, I think a lot of that has to do with the wire gauge. Again, I used an 18 wire or 18 gauge wire because that's what I like to use for bouquets, but for something like this, definitely go on a higher gauge number, which is a thinner wire. I know it confuses me too, but probably a 20 at the low end and up to like a 24. So it would be super bendy, but again, smaller bundles is going to be your friend in that situation. Okay. Ooh, look, I have enough wire on there. Can we see this? Hold on, let me change the camera. I don't think you can see this. So I don't have a lot of ribbon, but I'm able to wrap this around somehow. Just to give an idea. I know I'm not pregnant, but wouldn't that be cute? As like one of those sashes with a long flowy dress. Hopefully you can see that. I'm like as far away as I can. The table might be in the way. I'm not sure. Super cute though. So yes, multi-purpose in multiple different ways, but use thinner wires and smaller bundles. Not too bad though. I was really nervous and it didn't turn out perfectly, but it's definitely the start of another type of technique as far as in like the mechanics of how to make one of these floral crowns. Again, if you want to see the original that I did for my daughter, and it's still wild, but it definitely hugs the head a little bit better. It's a rainbow floral, what is this called? I lost the train of thought. Crown, there it is. It always comes back. It just takes a lot longer sometimes than I want. So there is that tutorial as well to take a look at. The mechanics as far as the ribbon and the pipe cleaners is the same, but the application of how we put the greenery and the flowers is different. We just glue everything onto the ribbon instead of using wires and things. So this was a good start though. Not perfect, but a good start. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed the full series, the bridal series of 2023. I anticipated only making maybe tops 4 videos, and I think we're ending out with 8 or 9. I can't remember which episode we're on now at this point, but basically 2 months worth of bridal series type tutorials. So I hope you really enjoy them, and I hope you take a look at some of the other tutorials that we offer if you want to deep dive a little bit more into, especially into bridal work, but we also do all sorts of other tutorials with the wood flowers here on our channel. If you're loving this channel, by the way, can't get enough, want to know the next time that we post a video, which is typically on Wednesdays, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to find out about the 150 plus style Sola wood flowers, along with craft supplies and greenery. Go to ohyourelovely.com, but before you scoot, let me give you something. Use the code YouTube30 to get 30% off your first order. All right, you guys, thank you again so much for all of the likes, shares, comments, all that stuff. It means so much to me, and it really, really helps our channel. So I really do appreciate it more than I can ever express. And I will see you next week for another tutorial that might not be bride related this time. I don't know, we'll see. You guys can let me know. And I will see you next week. I'm Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye, guys.